Hello everybody, Shinjo here, welcome back to the channel, and today I am going to discuss Andre Gale's LP AMOR Color. If this feels like deja vu for you, not to worry, I have already reacted to a bit of this album, but the reason that I'm doing this video is because halfway through the reaction, my laptop started acting up, and by the time I realized it, it was too late. I wouldn't be able to record this reaction again because it wouldn't be my first reaction with the songs. So I figured the best possible thing to do is a discussion like this. So unfortunately, you're not going to get my genuine reaction to a lot of these songs. But I did re-listen to the songs before writing out my notes for this, so I have had time to digest and process the songs. So I'm going to start with the obvious ones. Colorful and Slow It Down I've already reacted to from other videos on this same channel. Colorful is relatively based off of Jesse Anderson from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And Slow It Down is based off of Shaman King. Both songs do a good job of representing the shows, and even though they were released before the rest of these songs, at least I assume that they were, they both fit really well on the album. Next, Fence With You is an odd title, but I do still like it. I'm not sure where the concept for a lot of these titles come from, but overall I do still like the song. Nina's vocals alongside Andre's vocals really complement each other, in my opinion. Next, I'm going to group 3 songs together for a blanket term that I want to use to explain all 3 of the songs. Dime, Ultra Color, and Lose are all unique that they take advantage of Andre's ability to speak 2 different languages. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly what he's saying, but I can still feel the emotion behind the words. I don't claim to be an expert in Spanish. The most I know of Spanish is Dora the Explorer. I did catch a couple of words in these songs that I know the translation for, but I just wanted to bring this up as a whole before I go into each song individually. First up is Dime, and the rap breakdown that was in the middle of the song was a bit jarring the first time I listened to it, but I actually did enjoy it the second time. I don't know how accurate this is, but just looking off of what Google Translate says the Dime means, it means tell me. And I can kind of understand that with the emotion that is in the vocals. Ultra Color, on the other hand, is a bit odd. I do like most of the song. In my opinion, the rap parts of this song felt like he was struggling to keep up with the song, and it feels different than what it felt in Dime. Of course, I don't claim to be any sort of music aficionado, it's just something I noticed with my small pea brain. Overall, still a good song, but like I mentioned before, I don't know exactly what he's saying. Next is Absence When I'm Gone. And listening to the whole album again, this might be my favorite song. I do still like Colorful and Slow It Down just because of the meaning behind the songs, but I really like the concept in general of a song where the singer contemplates what's gonna happen after they're gone, like the plot of It's a Wonderful Life and stuff like that. It's a thing that a lot of shows, songs, even movies do, and even though it may be a bit of a thing that's overused, I do still enjoy it. And again, the emotion in the song and the vocals is really noticeable. Finally is Lose, and that song is actually really cool. Unfortunately, like Dime and Ultra Color before it, I don't understand what he's saying. But overall, I do like the parts where Andre and Arbu have their vocals come together. The first time I listened to the song, I didn't really know whose vocals were which, but after re-listening to it, I could easily tell who is singing which part. And since I mentioned Google Translate before, I did briefly look up lose, and it translates to light, which, if it is accurate, makes sense because AMOR color, the whole thing about a prism and light, it would make a lot of sense, especially to close out the album. But as a whole, I did really enjoy listening to this album, especially rehearing it over again to prepare for this video. Obviously some songs I prefer more than others, but that would be the same whether it's a YouTube playlist of songs or a Dragon Force album. There were some songs in the album that I felt had a little less polish, like I mentioned before with the rap parts in Ultra Color, but it didn't really bother me that much, and in my personal opinion, I prefer it like this because it's not perfect, and I would have been more worried if it was pristine, polished, everything is exceptional, and it would just feel like I couldn't really correct anything with it. There were some things I noticed, but overall, it was still an enjoyable album. And I hope that this was an enjoyable video for you. Honestly, it was a bit weird doing a video like this because I've never really gone in depth on music like this, but it was a special situation like I mentioned at the start of the video, and I know nothing about music, so if what I said is not accurate, anything that I said is inaccurate, then it's just my ignorance. If you want me to do more videos focusing on music like this, let me know down below. I would love to do a top 10 anime openings, but there's no way I could with copyright and also new anime constantly coming out. But I'm willing to do more music videos, especially with anime, if there's a way I can get around copyright. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Momentai.